A few months ago, I had an InWall subwoofer downstairs in the theater that was in for review. My layout down there doesn't necessarily require in-wall subs, but I love the idea of not looking at equipment, so it was an interesting review. The folks over at Next Level Acoustics saw that review, and knowing that I already have their reference Cinema Series speakers in my theater for the bed layer, they wanted to get my take on their in-wall subwoofer and how it performed. Spoiler alert, it performed well. Welcome to another AV Nirvana Real World Review. Next Level Acoustics is a boutique New England-based company that makes a wide range of speakers for custom installation purposes, from in-walls, on-walls, in-ceiling, in-room, subs, and even high-performance sound bars. They consider each speaker design to be a platform that can be modified to meet anyone's specific needs. All their speakers are engineered and designed by industry heavyweight John Salcedo. Another item of note, every speaker that comes out of their Connecticut facility is quality controlled by John before shipping. The Next Level Acoustics CI IW10RS Pro dual driver sub is a 4-ohm dual 10-inch sealed enclosure passive subwoofer designed to fit into any standard 2x4 wall framing. According to the company, it's rated down to 18 Hertz, but more on that in a minute. Their in-wall is also available with a single 10-inch driver, which is rated down to 32 Hertz, so you can see the dramatic difference in extension you get by adding the second driver. Both versions come with a standard white cloth grille, or you can customize any color in order to match with your wall color or general decor. Unlike the previous sub I demoed, the Next Level does not come bundled with an amp, which is not necessarily a bad thing in my book. This gives you that freedom to select your own amp or use an amp that you already have on hand, and you can choose to get an amp with or without DSP. A lot of folks using this level of product will already have a DSP for time aligning and calibrating multiple subs, so the flexibility could end up saving you a few bucks there. Having just tested a similar in-wall sub where I experimented heavily with room placement, I cut straight to the sweet spot with the Next Level, and I corner loaded it in the front right corner of my room. The demo unit I was shipped has been built into a cabinet simulating the in-wall installation, complete with a handle on top for easily moving it around, so don't expect to get a handle on yours unless you specifically request one. I connected the sub to an amp from SpeakerPower.net that Next Level had included for testing, which provided the same basic control of a typical sub plate amp. Connecting the other end to a mini DSP, I muted my dual sealed 12-inch SBS subs, fired up REW, and began taking some measurements. After a few rounds back and forth between REW and the mini DSP console, I was able to get things flattened out pretty well. My room does have some peaks and nulls, which I normally take care of with the dual sub configuration, but I also tend to not go for a ruler flat response curve. I take care of any nasty peaks and valleys and try to not overdo the DSP unless my ears hear something that they don't really like. So the single in-wall required a little more finesse than my dual subs, but as you can see here, the Next Level flattened out really very nicely and took advantage of room gain to the max with usable bass down to 15 Hertz and below. Yeah, 15 from an in-wall. Flipping over to some movies, I utilized my Anthem's ARC Genesis to blend the Next Level sub with my Next Level bed layer speakers and then add my house curve. I found my reference cinema speakers to be very easy to integrate with several different sub configurations, with their extension dropping down to 50 Hertz, and the sub was obviously not going to be any different. I pulled up my demo script on Kaleidoscape, which currently kicks off with the opening scene from John Wick Chapter 4, which has some monster bass and dynamics, and I found the Next Level sub fully capable of hitting each impact without bottoming out or distorting at all. Moving into the proton pack test scene from Ghostbusters Afterlife brought more of the same, with the sub providing quick impact and tactile response as well. When I played Propaganda from Muse's Simulation Theory concert film, the Next Level sub kept up, but this is where I found myself wanting a pair. Quick impacts in a movie content weren't an issue for the single in-wall, but for the constant pulsating bass and the Chaos Pad synth for 4 straight minutes, it didn't give me the room-filling bass that I can get from my dual SVS subs, though it did perform cleanly. I can't really fault a single in-wall sub for not going the long haul toe-to-toe with a pair of in-room subs. Several more scenes from my demo playlist brought more of the same from the Next Level sub: great movie impact, low end extension, and punch. Dear Prudence from Across the Universe sounded fantastic with the Next Level in the mix, which is a much more organic music track than the Muse song, and the sub was able to shine with very tight bass performance. The final scene I played back, which is the final bombing run from the movie Devotion, is a favorite demo track of mine. It challenges every bit of your system, from dialogue intelligibility to imaging and surround effects to the low end of your subs. And not to sound like a broken record, but the Next Level didn't even seem to break a sweat. The Next Level Acoustics dual 10-inch in-wall sub really blew my socks off. I was not expecting this level of performance from an in-wall sub. I would love to hear a pair of these in my room so I could go a little lighter on the DSP to fill in the room modes, but even the single unit was just impressive to the end. This sub absolutely outperforms the previous in-wall sub that I reviewed, and it should at this price point. But if you're looking for in-wall subs to accommodate your room's floor plan and you're able to place them properly, the Next Level Acoustics in-wall sub is a viable solution for real bass and in no means a compromise. It's not going to compete with a pair of 21 or 24-inch subs. It's not immortal. But if you're looking to save space in your room, a pair of these could absolutely replace a pair of 12-inch subs, possibly even a single enclosure if your room is well designed. I'm surprised to be saying this, but here we are. And that's my review of the Next Level Acoustics dual 10-inch in-wall subwoofer. Color me impressed. As always, if you found this video to be useful, entertaining, please hit like and subscribe, and any links in the description might be affiliate links, and that's a great way to support AV Nirvana and help us continue to produce this quality content. And of course, head over to avnirvana.com to join in the conversation with other like-minded home theater, audio, video enthusiasts and nerds, where we pride ourselves on our civil discussion and polite conversations, and some great giveaways mixed in there as well. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you again real soon with another real-world review.